So next we will cover. So till this point we are done with Anypoint Studio software setup, and then Anypoint platform setup, Git setup, Git desktop setup. Git setup we completed, yes, correct. I haven't given access to anyone. Today I will give access, but what I can remember, Git setup we already completed. Okay. So here we created organization and we synced with our Git desktop. Other thing, like we need to do few more steps that we will see during development, like how we will pull code, how we will push code, all those things we will see during our development. And by today, like we collected everyone email ID, I will just verify that Google form, and then I will give access to everyone. So whatever I will create here, everyone will able to see. Okay. So Git, Jira, Confluence, Anypoint Studio done. Next, we will understand this Salesforce account. So you need to create developer accounts here. Anyone know, like developer account console? It seems they changed their console, or I'm going to another page.
I will go to settings.
I need to go in settings.
Yes, yes. For token, we have to go into the settings.
No, that will be next step. I just want to create account. Okay, let me see credential. Let me see URL. I think I am going to some other URL. So for developer, there is one another URL. Just give me 1 minute. Developer.salesforce.com. Okay. Okay. One thing I am sharing on WhatsApp group. Can anyone send me in this chat? It will be easy for me. Just yeah. I shared in WhatsApp group a list of software and application. Can anyone quickly share with me on this chat? Okay, so this is done, Git repository done, Git desktop done, Jira account, this is done. Then Postman, so this is we are going to complete. So yeah, so we need to go on this Salesforce developer.salesforce.com. I will share this list of software and URL. Okay, then click on sign up. Here you need to provide your details. So first name, last name, your email address, your job, company name, you can put NA, select country, postal code, username. Okay, so for username, what I will use my previous account on previous email ID only. So I will try to use this email, this username. This one is existing. Okay, then let me use this one. Oh, this one is also existing. Okay, and then so you need to fill all your details. Click on sign up. Okay, so they sent one email notification. Okay, I'm not getting very. Oh, they're asking me. Please check your email to confirm your account. Okay, but I'm not getting.
So I think you are given the different email ID.
No, I don't think I use same one.
Maybe sometimes it will take some time.
Yeah, that is the problem. Okay, so what we will do, let me quickly go back. Okay, so same I used, let it, yeah, now come. Okay, so here you can see I received this, click on this. So now account is verified. Why it came to this place? Sorry, we cannot enroll you in Salesforce because email address you entered is already in use. To sign up with this different email address, go to. Okay, so first time they haven't sent me. Okay, they sent verify now. Okay, so this is to verify. So they are asking me for password. Okay, so password. Hint. Okay, board. What happened? Okay, so I need to store this credential for future use also. So what I will do here, I will store all these things. Okay, let me take something random then. Okay, you can also take something random. It's not like after 1 month this account will not be in use. Okay, so like we are this is the problem. They are keep changing their console and all. It's very difficult to manage things. Now I can see like it's a very different console. Okay, so like previously it was here. I don't know when they changed this. So this is developer console. Here you can write your Salesforce query and you can see results. Okay, this place you need to write your query and you can see results here. So developer console we will see later on. First switch to lighting expression. Is there anyone Salesforce expert? I don't know when they change console and everything is looking very different what I used last time. Okay. I need to select that option. Yeah. Now I got it. Okay, fine. So there was one option, switch to lighting. Okay, let me go to. Okay, so here we have switch to lighting experience. You will select this, then it will come your actual account. Okay, so this is my account. Now here, what you need to do whenever you want to connect with Salesforce. So first thing, you need one token. Okay, so to generate that token, you need to go on this option. Okay, inside my personal information, you will get reset my token option. Select this and click on reset token. Okay, this token will be sent to your email ID. So go to your email ID and check that token. So store this security token somewhere in your since you will need this token whenever you want to connect with Salesforce. Okay, this token we will use. So for everyone, for a different account, you will get different token. Okay, so store your token, your credential. Now once you will be here, then here you need to click on this particular option, and then you will get one option to click here. So I am opening in new tab. Okay, sorry, not here. You need to go on this setting and you need to click on setups. Developer console I already mentioned. Here you can run this SFDC query and you can get result. Okay. So here you can run SFDC query and you can get result. So to run SFDC query, first Salesforce object need to be created. By default, there will be many Salesforce object. You can run query on Salesforce on those existing Salesforce object, or you can create your own and you can run query. Now, what is Salesforce object? Similar to database. In database, what if you want to store any data? What you do? You need to create one table, and that table will contain multiple columns, and you can store data in that multiple column. So one record will contain all the column, another record will contain all the column. Same way in Salesforce, object is similar to table, and object will contain multiple attributes, that is your column. Okay, so what we will do, first we'll see here in this particular tab, you will able to see object and fields. Okay, so this object and field will contain your object. So you need to select this object manager. So here you can see these are our existing object, predefined object. But I don't want to use, I want to create my own. So what you need to do, select this create option, custom object. Here they will ask object name. So let's say I want to create demo object. Okay, so this also you can give demo object. So whatever level you will give, automatically it will come to object name. So let it be this only. Then other value you can keep as a default. So it's saying record name. Okay, so what record name you want to give? So this will be your primary key. So I want to make it demo name. Data type will be text, and then save. So what I did here, I created one object demo. Okay, and this object will contain in this field and relationship, you will able to see by default it will created by, last modified by, owner. A part of that, whatever, if you remember one field I created at that time only, this will be your primary key, and you can see here it's indexed. So you don't need to pass this value, automatically this value will come. Okay, so this 4 object will be created automatically whenever you will create any object. Now if you want to add more columns or more attribute, what you need to do, new, and it will ask what kind of field you want to add. So what I want to do, I want to add something like text only. Okay, or maybe string is there, or it's a text only. Text only. So text, click on next. Field name, let's say name, length 50 character. Description I don't want, this I don't want, by default next. Then let it default value. Here save and new. So I want to create one more field or attribute. So another attribute I will create of type integer. number. Next, so this, let's take role, length should be 5, other thing default, and this time only save. So here you can see I added name and role. These two are custom field I added. Okay, so here you can see for custom field you have __c automatically. So whenever you want to use this custom field, you need to put this __c. Same for table also. So here your table name will not be demo, it will be demo __c. Okay, so what we did till this point, we created one Salesforce object and we created 2 columns for this object, name and role. Okay, what next I want to do? I want to add few data, like few records here in this particular object. Okay, and then through this query I want to fetch those data. So how we will do? So for this I need to go on main page. This is our main page. Okay, here at this point you can see these all are existing objects are there. Whatever we created just now, demo is not here. One thing here, either you want, you can search here demo. Demo is not coming. Okay. Okay, demo is not there. Let me quickly check like that it's created successfully or not.
No, refresh it.
Okay, demo is created successfully, but it's not coming here. Let me again quickly check. Okay, it's not coming here. So like what?
Can you refresh this? Right.
Still not coming. So what I will do? So first thing I need to do, if this is not coming, so here
Maybe we need to refresh this one.
This page or that page?
Page refresh.
Which one you are seeing? This page? This page I already refreshed, but still it's not coming. So no, it's not coming. So we have another way. So here like we have one way we can add. Let me quickly search. Object field, event, process, user interface, custom mode, company setting. We can create tag. So whatever tag is there now, so we can create tag. But where exactly we have that option?
Can you click the object manager?
Where object monitor?
Object manager. On the, no, on the set up home and yeah, object manager. No. Next, object manager.
Okay.
Next to home. Yeah. Can you do?
Okay. Demo. I think here. Yeah, demo is here, but it's not coming there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so anyhow, for now we can manage from here only. But there are way we can like field set. No, record type. This will add new field. So like how we can say multiple like object here. Same way we can see new object also, but there are one way that steps we need to follow. Then that demo will also come here, but I forgot exact steps.
Any cache update or something we have to do?
What?
Cache update or something? Because of that it will come.
Search for tabs, Ravi.
Yeah, tab I already searched. That was
Sometimes.
okay. I searched tag. Okay, it should be tab. Correct.
Yeah,
Correct. Sorry.
tabs.
Yeah, sorry. It should be tab. I searched tag at that time. So we need to create this tab. Okay, so whatever you can see here. Yeah, this all are tab. Okay. So starting actually I did some mistake. Instead of tab I searched tab. So it should be tabs. And you can come here and then you can create tab here. So whatever tab you will create here, that tab will be visible at this place. Okay. So new object type. So I have only one custom object demo. Tab style you can select. So I'm taking random one. Okay. This all you can leave as a default. Click on next. Okay, and then next. Okay, so just now I created one tab, custom object tab, that is demo. Now this tab will be visible here. Okay, still it's not coming here.
It's coming here. Demo. Click on more.
Oh,
Last.
sorry. Okay, so at this point we don't have any entry, so you can't see any record. So if you want to create record, click on this new and demo name. So this name, even if you will not provide, it will take automatically. It should take. Okay, name I am taking as a save and new. Then so what I did, I created two objects. So if you want to see those two objects, so here in this option, if you will select all, then it will show you all object. If you will select recently viewed, it will show recently viewed. Okay, let me select all, so it will take all the, but here you can see only we are saying only we can see this demo name, that is like primary key. We can't see like name and roll number. So if you want to see all those details, then you need to go to select field to here in setting, select field to display, and then you need to select which field you want to display. Okay, so I want to display name, role, these two I want to display, or maybe created it. Save this. So now you can see those record with name, role, and created date, and this demo name. This is primary key. Everyone clear till this point? Maybe this Salesforce part, most of you, like it's very new. Generally, like whatever task we did till this point, as a MuleSoft developer, we don't need to do anything. But still, I am explaining all these things, setups and all. If you will have basic knowledge of Salesforce, in 90% project, you are going to deal with Salesforce only. There must be Salesforce connector. If you will have some Salesforce admin knowledge, then it will be definitely very helpful for you. Sometime it may happen you want to see something that data is created in Salesforce or not, or that object is there or not. You want to see field name. If you will keep asking Salesforce team, if you will keep depending on Salesforce team, then it will take lots of effort, or your task may get delayed. But if you will have this kind of basic knowledge, you can do everything by yourself. You will not be completely dependent. Obviously, whenever you want to update any field, you can't do, since there will be one separate dedicated team. They should do all this thing. But if you want to see field name and all, data and all, you can go and you can check by yourself. And one advantage we have here, if you have this demo name only, you don't have other details. So you can simply go here and you can put demo name and search it. It will open that demo name for you. Okay, you can search anything here. Automatically it will find. Okay, for example, I used Kumar in one place name. So, oh, sorry, this is my account. Let me. For Kumar, actually, I created one. Yeah, this. For Kumar, this particular record is related, so it will give you that record. Here also you can add it. Okay, I will explain. I will recap this part. But if everyone getting what all things I am doing, it's good. But I will recap all these steps what I did. Okay, so don't worry for that part. Now we have created this particular object and we have inserted 2 records. I want to see those 2 records. So as I mentioned, where you can see inside sorry, developer console. Okay, go to developer console, click on query editor, and here you can write your query. Okay, select name __ c from demo _ c. Okay, and then execute. So here you can see, for this particular demo C, this is object name. From there I am fetching all the names. So ABC and Kumar. Name _ C, then role _ C. Then it will fetch name and role both. I want first field also, that was demo name. Execute. Oh, this field name was something else. Let me quickly check what is that field name. Demo name. Okay, for this also _C was there. no such column. Okay, it was only name. Okay, it was only name. Column name was only name. It's not demo name. Okay, so you can write this query and you can validate. For example, you are running some Salesforce query and you are not getting result. If you want to validate that record exists in Salesforce or not, instead of asking Salesforce team, you can go to developer console, you can run your query and you can validate. If your response is coming here but not coming in MuleSoft, then that means something you did mistake there. Okay, so if you want to validate data or validate query, you can write query here and you can validate. Okay, so if you will have this kind of knowledge, then it's good. Now I will do a small recap. So since like as a MuleSoft developer, or if you are from non-technical background or you are from some other technology, this part may be difficult for you. So I will do everything from scratch. I will not do everything, but I will show you all the option where I did. So I'm closing all this thing. So first URL will be this developer.salesforce.com. Okay, so next URL will be /login. If you know that, otherwise you need to go and sign up and you need to select login there. I know this /login, so I given my credential. So sometimes it gives error. So what I did sign up and I am going to login account, login page from here. Okay, so this will be your first page. If you remember, first time I got one option. When I selected, then I came to this page. Okay, so you also need to select. Go to Trailhead version or something was there. I forgot. Okay. Now here. Sorry.
Lighting something is there given.
Yes, lighting experience. So that option you need to select, then you will come on actual page. Okay. Here, first what I did, I created object. So where you can create object here, you can see here. Object and field, select this option and go to object manager. So here by default you can see multiple object, but if you want to create your custom, click on this create custom object and you can define your object here. You need to provide name, one field. This field will be your primary key. This field you must need to define, otherwise you will not able to create object. So this will be created. And then once you will be done with one object, you can open that object. You can search from here. You can open that object. Inside field and relationship, you can add as many field you want. Okay, and that option you will get here. New, you need to select data type, then field name, and then default option. So in this way you can create object here. Now once you are done with this object, you need to see this object and you want to insert data. So here click on this option and on top of your name do right click and open new tab. So here you will get another window. You will see all the objects here. Now I want to add my object here, demo object. Okay, it's you can't see here since it's inside more. Okay, so how you will add this demo here? So for that you need to go in first page again, and here inside home you need to select tab. Okay, and then click on tab. Option is not coming since I already created, so click on this rename tab and label. Okay, I delete tab option service setup home custom tab. Okay, here I can create. So if tab option will not come, then select this option. Ideally tab should come. If not coming, rename this, click on setup, then click on create, and here you will select custom tab or custom object. Sorry, I want custom tab, so click on custom tab. Okay, since we already created demo one, that's why it's not coming. Okay, inside custom tab, generally the tab should, once you will create an object, demo or whatever you want, that should come. Since we already created that tab, so we can't see that option, but in your case you will get. And then in tab style sheet, you can add any style or you can keep blank also, and you can leave it default and click on next. Okay, so once you will done with this tab, then you will able to see that tab here. So select that particular object from this tab. Now we have inserted few data, so you can see few data. If you want to create new, click on new and you can create data here. Once you will create data, you will able to, at this moment again you can see, I can see only demo name, but I want to see more fields here. So select one, okay, select all, and then click on select field to display. So here you can select what all field you want to display. You can add or you can remove. For example, I don't want this demo name, just remove this and click on save. So name, role, and created it. Demo name is removed from here. Okay, once you will enter some data, okay, and you will fit all this thing, you will do required configuration. Okay, then what you need to do, you need to validate this, you need to validate your query. If you want to validate, go to setup and go to developer console. Okay, so if you don't want to open in new tab, in same tab also you can copy paste this URL. I don't know why by default they created new tab. Okay, here in query editor you can write your query. Select name _c. Okay, this field I will explain why I am writing name _3 role _c from demo _c. Okay, so we are getting data. So let me explain this part. So what is my object name? So here you can see, go to object manager, select demo one. So here you can see API name is demo _c. Let me open this, then you. So API name is there, demo _c. So you also need to use same name. So this is your object name. So this is my object name. It's not case sensitive, so you can put small capital, whatever you want. Then next field. So I want this name and role. So what is field name? Name _c, role _c. Name _c, role _c. And this is Salesforce query. So you should have some basic knowledge of database query. It's very similar to database query. So slowly, like we will write few query, you will be able to understand. But that query part you need to learn from internet, basic Salesforce query and all. How to write, for example, I want to add where clause. I want to add some condition. So For that, in that case, you need to write where clause. Where roll __ c equals to 1. So it will give only one digit where roll number is 1. Okay. So generally we will use this 3 tab. In first tab you will able to create object and you will able to create tab. In second tab you will able to see object details. You will able to create new records. In third tab you can write Salesforce SFDC query. Okay. So this is all about this Salesforce platform or account. As a developer, MuleSoft developer, if you know all this thing, it's a very like what I can say, positive point. It will be very positive point for you. Every time you will not be dependent on Salesforce team. Definitely there will be one team, they will do everything whatever you want, but for asking everything they will take some time, and that will be like your blocker. So if you want to remove, then you should have learning of this. Okay, let me know if anyone has any query.
So the basic Salesforce admin basics or developer?
No, admin basic, I think that should be more than enough.
Salesforce admin basics, right?
Yeah. It's not mandatory, but if you know, it's your positive point, since as I mentioned, in 90% project, there will be some interaction with Salesforce system. If you know, then it will be always positive for you.
And when I sign up with Jira, you will ask your site.
My site?
Yeah, that is your site is
Jira. First of all, don't mix everything here. So first, if you have anything related to this Salesforce, you can ask here.
Sorry.
Anyone has any query related to Salesforce?
Ravi, I'm a bit confused. This we can cover in coming real-time project, right?
Yeah, there actually we will create again object and we will do some insertion, like customer we will create in Salesforce only. So there will be like one object there, but don't rely on that part. Okay, next time when it will come, then I will learn. So I will say like change that kind of attitude. Otherwise, like you will be waiting for next thing. Ideally, whatever I explained here, you should get what I explained, what I did. If you are like means if you got those things, then it's well and good. Definitely in project also we will use this thing. We will not create account and all, but we will create one object there. But I will say don't wait for that time. I explained everything here, so you should understand. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
Hi Ravi, can we use the existing object? Can we customize the existing objects for our use?
Okay, you want? Yeah, you can use your existing object. If it will fill your requirement, then yes, you can use. If that object will fulfill your requirement, then definitely you can use. I'm not sure customer object they have. Yeah, they have customer object. Let me see what all fields they have. Yeah, we can use existing also if required. So for actually we are going to create customer account. So for customer they have one object already, so we can utilize this one.
Okay, thank you.
Ravi, can you send like all the object schemas so we can keep it ready? We can create Salesforce account and have all the tables.
That we will do now. That during training, whatever object required, I will do. So I will cover few API. For those API, whatever object required, I will create. I will show everything. For assignment, whatever object will be required, I will provide you a schema you need to create.
Okay, can we do that like beforehand, or should it just be in the class?
Whatever API I will develop, whatever schema like object required, I will create during class.
Okay.
And whatever will be in assignment, you will develop by yourself. I will provide you a schema that you will do when you will do actual implementation.
Okay, and we will be creating the same exercise what will be covered in class in our environment, right?
Yeah. So every day, once. Okay, let me stop recording first.